Hello, this is Nathaniel Gage, and this is my discussion post on the fundamentalist and modernist controversy. The Scopes trial was one of the first events which drew public attention to the theory of evolution. The controversy began when the American Civil Liberties Union decided to challenge the legality of the Butler Act, which prohibited the teaching of evolution in public schools in Tennessee. According to James C. Foster, Tennessee mandated that George W. Hunter's Civic Biology be used statewide to teach biology, but the text endorsed evolution, effectively requiring biology teachers to violate the Butler Act. The trial was an example of the controversy between modernists who wanted to either modify Christianity to fit modern reason and standards, or abandon it altogether, and the fundamentalists who wanted to return to the traditional values of American society, at least how they perceived them, and traditional Christian values. The trial was an example of the controversy. According to Philip Kinsley of the Washington Post, Clarence Darrow, the defense attorney, and a staunch modernist and agnostic, pointed his attack at William Jennings Bryan, the prosecuting attorney and a fundamentalist. His attack was upon William Jennings Bryan and the fundamentalists, who are leading America, he warned, back to the 18th century of ignorance and bigotry. Based on a newspaper, the Rower Outpost, from March 1943, the Scopes trial was still being discussed almost 20 years after the fact. The Topaz Times runs the story of famous Clarence Darrow versus William Jennings Bryan monkey trial in series to teach English to Issei. Although Scopes was found guilty, the ruling was eventually overturned by the Tennessee Supreme Court. However, the law against teaching evolution remained. This trial was important for two reasons. One, it represented a largely successful attempt by the modernists to humiliate the fundamentalists. And two, it was a turning point in the controversy of fundamentalism versus modernism. The Scopes trial, technically speaking, was a victory for the fundamentalists, but from the viewpoint of publicity and a moral victory, it was more so a triumph for the modernists, who managed to humiliate a leading fundamentalist and also get him to admit that he didn't necessarily believe in the creation story exactly as it was told in the Bible, which was a rather large victory for the modernists, who felt that the Bible didn't necessarily need to be taken literally, and that Christianity was more of just a moral code to help guide human society. Thank you. Bye.